Sorry, guys. I'm coming. You know what? I think I'm going to lay off the coffee for a minute. The coffee is a lot, okay? So I'm going to lay off of that for a minute. Good afternoon, guys. I had to see what time it was. Good afternoon. This is Nature's Daughter, back with another zodiac reading. Let me see if I can get these cameras right. I think they're right. I put my zodiac backdrop back up since I'm doing zodiac, right? Hi, Darcy Kel. BBL? Oh no. First of all, I don't have any kids. All this is natural, and this is fat, okay? And it's swelling from cancer surgery. But this ass, it's all me. It came from a mama. BBL. I don't know if that's a compliment or a diss. I don't know. All right. So I'm recording simultaneously. I do have a sense of humor, Darcy, so I'm not offended. 1, 2, 3. 1:23. Awesome. Central Standard Time. That's awesome. Wow. Okay. That's what's up. So I'm recording simultaneously from my Nature's Daughter and my Queen Karima YouTube account. So when you see me looking back and forth, that's the reason why. And that's the reason why the cards are going to be held on 2 different angles, right? I'm wonderful. And yourself, Darcy? I'm feeling really blessed, right? There's a lot going on in the world today, and I'm just feeling real blessed, right? Because things are almost never exactly where you want them to be, but I just know they could be worse. So I'm blessed, and I hope you are as well. I hope everyone's having a wonderfully blessed day, no matter what. Wonderfully blessed day. Chicka, 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 chicka. Choo, choo. We are a freight train moving straight forward, running straight towards our fears and conquering them, right? We're doing our shadow work, and we're becoming a better person on the other side, right, guys? So let's just keep that momentum of being the best version of ourselves. Hey, get into it. Get into it. Yeah. Get it. Get it. So this is for adults only, guys. If you're under 18, please escort yourself out of the room, because I don't know what I'm going to tap into, right? And I don't want to be responsible for anything for the kids under 18, okay? Be your own leader of discernment, okay, guys? Take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else to appreciate. Please do not go out and make any life-altering decisions based on this reading or any other, okay? Go within, go with God. Be your own leader of discernment. You make your decisions, right? This here is going to be a zodiac reading for Leo and Aquarius if I get around to Aquarius. I'm hoping I can get around to Aquarius, but I get really long-winded, guys, and sometimes it just doesn't happen. Akil, hi. That's a beautiful name. I love that name, Akil, if I'm saying that right. All right, so hopefully we can get to Aquarius, but we're definitely going to do Leo, okay? This is for entertainment purposes, so please, like I said, be your own leader of discernment. Make your decisions based on yourself, not me. Okay? I'm just plugging up my devices. Oh. Alrighty, so we're just going to get rid of you because you're ignorant as hell, and we're not going to have that kind of problem. Not on my channel. And while we're at it, we're just going to completely... Yeah, we're going to report you. All right. Yeah, the person that had some nastiness to say. I'm not going to give him a shout out by saying his name. Hi, Jaden. I'm doing a zodiac reading for Leo and Aquarius right now. Let me see what else I have after Aquarius, because I believe I've done everything. Okay, no, I have Virgo after Aquarius, and then that's it. So I've done every other sign except for Leo, Aquarius, and Virgo. Okay, so if you haven't, if you want to see your sign and I've done, if you didn't hear me just call it, then I've already done it. You can go back to one of my more recent videos in August to get your zodiac. But if one of those is your zodiac, I will get to you. But I do, like I said, I'm long-winded with my zodiac readings, with my readings period. So this might run into like an hour, hour and a half for Leo. So if it gets a little too long-winded, I may not get into Aquarius today. I'm not sure. It really depends on how I feel and what time my husband gets off work. Because right now, I think I have enough time to do Leo and Aquarius. So we'll see. Okay? All right, guys. Thanks for asking. I hope you're having a very blessed day. You as well, Darcy Kell. Have a wonderfully blessed day. All right. What do we have over here? Okay, bye-bye. Did I attract a whole trollop of children today? I said this is for adults only, right? All right. That's on my other page. I had to get rid of somebody. So anywho, distractions, right? That has been the going thing for the collective energy. Lots of distractions. I mean, like, seriously, Mercury retrograde season is over, but it feels like, and it has been feeling like, the energy is still there. It's still pretty thick. So I don't know if someone is like sending that energy out to other people or what. I'm not really sure what's going on there. So let me see something here. Let's see if I can get a little closer. I moved it farther back, but I'm just not going to do that. I'm just going to move it closer because you get better traction that way. I'm going to do that. All right. All right. Because if you guys are close enough, then I don't have to go and I may not have to do the double card. I might just be able to hold it up if I get them close enough. If I get the cameras aligned, hey, and that's a part of the reading, guys. You need to align yourself. You need to align yourself with your blessings. Hi, Tony T. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderfully blessed day. Oh, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys. Join the tribe if you feel resonated to do so, okay? Because there's no forcing here, right? And there's no begging either. If you want to come and join the tribe, right? But it does help out my analytics, so I appreciate it if you do so. All right? You don't have to, but it's not required. But if you want to tip, donate, or support my channel financially, the Cash App is in the description of my channel. I've been having technical difficulties for the last couple days, so I did not put it in my my description of this particular video before I started the live, but I will put it in there once I finish the live. So if anybody sees this video later and they want to donate, it will be in there. But if anybody is watching now and they want to donate, that's where the information for my Cash App will be. And on my Nature's Daughter account, I should be monetized really soon. I've been working hard, guys, even through cancer surgery. Even while I was in the hospital, I was uploading shorts and stuff. Like, I really was putting in that effort to make sure. Wow. Where did that go? Okay, that's financial freedom. Okay, what I saw was And vibe shape. Wow, nice. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Jealous X. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Power plays. Wow. Okay. Well, so um, what I saw initially was this mask, and then on the other end, I saw another card, but it got buried, so it must not be significant. But there are distractions, guys, right? And you have to align yourself with what's coming with you, coming for you. Jaden, my recovery is coming along pretty good. I like I said yesterday, I think I've been overdoing it a little bit because I realized that it literally has just been 60 days since I had my gallbladder and part of my liver removed. Yeah, yeah, I had stage 2 carcinoma liver cancer, and I don't know. I guess because I am who I am, I just didn't think about it. But yesterday I thought about it and I was like, wow, that I really am only, I'm not even 3 months into my healing. I'm literally just into my second month and I've been doing a lot. And when I say a lot, I've been doing a lot more than I should be doing. But I am who I am. I'm OCD, and I'm not going to say I'm obsessed with my body, but I don't have any children, so there's no reason for me to be all lopsided and misshapen, you know? So I want to make sure my body looks good, you know? I'm 49 years old. I want to make sure I look good. Right? And the surgery is all on my midsection, so it made me swell up. And 133. Wow, it's crazy. It's 33 in the chat on, I'm not sure if that's Nature's Daughter. I think that's Nature's Daughter on this side and Queen Cream on the other. But it was 133 on the clock, and then it was 33 in the chat. Awesome. Anyway, but yeah, my healing is, my recovery is going great. I just need to slow it down a bit, you know, because as a woman, even though I'm used to working, I've been working my whole life, you know, I was doing hair my whole life, starting at the age of 9, and I literally just stopped doing hair last couple years because of a few injuries to my wrist, my fingers, and my elbow. The last injury I had was to my elbow working at Tesla. Once I did that, I was in the shoulder and the lower back. Those three, I was done. I couldn't do hair anymore. So, and that was my money maker my whole life since I was 9 years old. So that kind of put me out of commission. But anyway, damn, I lost my train of thought, guys, talking about all my injuries. Oh no, but my recovery, it's going good. I just need to snap out of the I got to do everything myself right now thing that I do, because I don't know. I just feel like tomorrow's not promised. So what can I get done today? You know, and I wind up overdoing things, and I put my poor little body through a little bit more than I probably should. But you know, the day I pass, you know, it'll be people around me, you know, that are in my life today currently will be like, that woman did not want to sit her butt still even when she needed to sit still. I was in the hospital when they told me I had cancer and I was going to have surgery to get it removed. I was like, I'm not going to be able to exercise for a minute. So I just went crazy in my hotel room and started cleaning up and exercising profusely. I was like, yeah, because I'm not going to be able to do anything for a minute. And I felt it too. The difference. I felt like my butt got flat and saggy and my arms started to jiggle, you know, the stomach swole up real bad because I just had some, you know, major stuff removed. Then I had to go back from for the fluid that had built up in my stomach. So I relapsed. I had to go back to the hospital for a week. So anyway, I said all that to say this. I've been working really hard on my body. I've been working hard at trying not to overdo it, but I'm exercising every day. I don't go to the gym, so I don't consider it a workout, but I exercise every day. Yeah, but I realize that I do a lot. I do a lot, and I probably need to tone it down, realizing that I literally just came up on my 60 days. of, you know, when I got my surgery done. Yeah. So anyway, I need to tone it down because I do a lot. I do way too much. And that's why last week I didn't get a chance to do as many lives because I was busy doing other stuff. And I was like, if I try to incorporate lives, I will be completely burnt of all energy. And I don't want to get on here and do lives, even though I'm doing this for free. I don't want to get on here lacking energy because probably wouldn't make sense. I can't imagine I would be able to make sense if I got on here tired. I would probably be speaking gibberish and you guys would be like, what the heck is wrong with Nature's daughter today? I don't know. I don't know what she's going through. Okay, I don't know what just happened there. It seems like I was on something. All right. Okay, so let's get into this reading. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys. Join the tribe. And don't forget, this is for adults only, 18 and over. So if you're under 18, please leave the room voluntarily. If you're a troll, please leave the room voluntarily. If anybody is vibrating low, please just leave the room voluntarily. We're vibrating high. We're healing over here. We're elevated, right? One thing I feel like you guys really need to do is vibrate high, elevate yourself, because you're going to need to be on the right frequency in order to receive what's coming to you. All right, Leo. It's Leo time, July 23rd through August 22nd. Confident, ambitious leader. Step into the spotlight, okay? Step into the spotlight. All right? Step into the spotlight because it's Leo time, right? And you're confident. You already know it, Leo. I mean, I have yet to... I only met one Leo that wasn't confident. And for the life of me, I'm not really sure what happened there. I guess maybe somebody was chipping away at her confidence because she was a pretty girl. You know, she was pretty on the outside. She had a seemingly pretty demeanor, but you never know what people are hiding on the inside. Usually when a person is extremely insecure and you can't pinpoint why, it's something that... some deep-seated stuff. And once you find out, if you ever do find out what it is, it'll be like, ooh, I wish I didn't know that. Probably would have been better off not knowing. Anyway, virtual mask, presenting a false self online, leading to disconnection, faking it online, buys followers, and engagement. I know someone that does that. Because they're always and forever stealing content from other people. You know, so everything they do is false. Their message might be real, but it's not coming from them, you know? So just be aware of who you're following, right? Because sometimes a person can present to you a face, but then when reality sets in and you put the goggles on and you can see things clearly, you'll see that this person is not who you think they are, and their mask will fall off. You'll see exactly who they are. You'll see them for who they truly are, right? And all you have to do is ask God for wisdom, guidance, discernment, and clarity. Masks will start falling off on everybody, including parents in some instances. Just because they're your parent does not mean they mean you the greatest. Sometimes your parents mean you the most harm. So just understand that. Power plays. You're making power plays, Leo. Strategic actions, asserting control, manipulation, upper hand, withholding information. It looks like you're moving in silence because you're worried about who might be behind the scenes trolling you, right? Because we all got somebody doing something underhanded. You know, sometimes they make it apparent so you can see it. Sometimes they don't make it apparent so you can see it. But, you know, you can feel the energy of it for the most part, especially the empaths, the light workers, the star seeds, the fallen angels, and not the fallen angels, The earth angels. Pop culture influence allows pop culture to dictate or influence reality, creates a distorted view or perception of how the real world operates. I feel like this is more towards this new generation, right? Because they follow anything they hear on a reel. They don't even go out and research anything anymore. Anything they hear from somebody else is the truth. You know, I come from the generation where you got to prove it to me. I don't believe nothing you say. I don't believe you. Prove it. Why? I taught my niece that. She was like, she would always come to me with questions, right? And I was like, baby, always ask why. Whenever somebody tells you something, especially if it doesn't feel right, ask them why. And she was like, ask everybody why. I said, ask everybody why. If they can't explain why, then do not accept that information. So she did it. She understood the assignment. She was like, Tia, I asked the teacher why. I know that teacher hates me. She said, I told my teacher, my Tia said, always ask why. I bet you did, baby. And she drove her mom insane with that too. Why? But why? Okay. But why? I miss her. I haven't seen her in a minute. Jealous ex doesn't like seeing you move on or do better than them. Residual feelings, unable to move on. Okay, so that's this pop culture person. Even though I feel like the energy of that is, and maybe the person that the jealous ex is a young. Maybe these are young people. Take it how it fits. It might be your kids. I'm not sure. But jealous ex doesn't like seeing you move on or do better than them. Residual feelings, unable to move on. So somebody that's like in this pop culture influence, they don't operate like the real world, you know? They operate like Love and Hip Hop. You know, like one of these TV shows. Like they don't know how to operate in reality. You know, reality TV has a lot of people confused. That's why I really do feel like that's why these kids are going on vacation and they're fighting each other to the death. And they don't even realize what they're doing, and because they're not even educated enough on the body to realize if you hit somebody in a certain place, you can take them out. You can end them forever. So maybe you should think twice about hitting somebody. Like, that should be the last thing you do is put your hands on somebody. Why is that the go-to now? Do we not know how to talk our way out of a situation? Do we not know how to use our words and converse with one another? Is it so bad that we can't agree to disagree anymore? We have to agree on everything. Otherwise, you know, it's like, what's going on here? We all have freedom of free will, period. You know, in every situation, the thought process and what we do with our bodies, you know, we all have free will. So I don't understand why everybody feels like their opinion, everybody else has to bend over backwards to bend to what you want or what you think. No, everyone has a right to their own opinion. They have a right to believe and think whatever they want. You guys can still be friends. And you can still disagree with them. You don't have to agree with everything in order to be friends or to be cool. You just know that I'm strong in my beliefs and so are you. But we don't agree on everything. Right? That's a part of adulting. If you didn't know. All right, so, and this is a part of, you know, the whole elevating yourself, vibrating high and aligning yourself with the right frequency so that you can manifest what's coming to you in the now. Right? Vibe check. Checking in to see if someone is legit or not. making sure on the same level. Good vibes only. So, I don't feel like that's what this is, though. Anyone that's checking the vibe check is not to make sure you guys are on the same page. It's to see if what they've been doing behind your back, if you know now what they've been doing behind your back. Like, they feel your energy has shifted to a point where they're not allowed in it anymore. Right, Leo? And now they're trying to figure out if you know everything that's been done behind your back. Do you? Are you aware of everything that's been done behind your back, Leo? You don't have to let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. You know, people really do think that when you're quiet, you're stupid. They don't realize kindness does not equal weakness. Just because I don't talk about what you're doing doesn't mean I'm not aware of what you're doing. You know, just because I don't call you up and curse you out does not mean I'm not aware. And doesn't mean that I'm not actively taking steps against what you're doing to me. So please understand that. Please understand that. Okay. Effortless attraction and financial freedom. Financial freedom, you're gaining control over your finances, living comfortably without constant worry. So things are changing for you. Your life is getting better. It's getting easier, Leo. You don't have to work so hard. Right? And the people that are closest to you, that have been there for you, you will look out for them. But there are people around you that are trying to stay close to you so they can reap the benefits of your rewards. Be aware of those people. They mean you extreme harm. As soon as you say no to them, they're going to try to hurt you physically. Seriously. So take care of yourselves. Be aware of your surroundings, okay? Because everybody that you're related to isn't there for you in the way that you think. I'm telling you, just because you're related to someone doesn't mean they care about you. Seriously. I've learned that the hard way. Okay. All right. Effortless attraction. Attracting positive things without trying. Magnet pulling without force. People are drawn to you. So basically what's going on is you're the bomb.com. You don't have to put forth a whole lot of effort, right? Because you're genuine. It's just natural. You walk in the room and they're like, oh, hey, how you doing? Like Joey on Friends. If you don't know, then look it up. If you're too young to know what Friends is, you probably shouldn't be on my channel. Seriously. Because you got to be under 18 if you don't know what Friends is. Anyway, I feel like I need to move on from this deck. As much as I love this deck, I feel like I started no, it didn't start the feud. It just probably put a little gasoline on it. Yeah, that's what happened. I think she thought that because I'm not monetized, I couldn't afford this deck. This deck is expensive. And I was about to get the other deck that's pretty much the same price. But, you know, that cancer diagnosis put a monkey wrench in my plan. So, anyway, I'm going to move on. Moving on, moving on, moving on. You know what? I'm going to use this deck because I love this deck. This is one of my gold foil decks. Wow, the devil card is on the bottom there. Actually, that's the top. This deck is my Spanish-English deck. It comes with a handy-dandy English and Spanish guidebooks. And El Diablo, the devil card, was on the top It's English at the English at the top, English at the bottom, and Spanish at the top. El Diablo, devil. El Diablo. The devil. Okay, Leo. So something's coming to an end. You're going to have to say goodbye to people, places, and things before your next blessing comes to light. Literally, you're going to have to learn a lesson before you can get that blessing. Diez de Oros and Reina de Bastos. Ten of Pentacles, Diez de Oros. Diez de Oros. Ten of Pentacles. And Reina de Bastos. Reina de Bastos. Queen of Wands. Okay, did I show the Diez de Oros in this one? I'm not sure if I did, so I'm just going to show it again if I didn't. Ten of Pentacles. So basically what's going on is you're going to get the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands is coming through for you as soon as you walk away from this person, this place. This person, place, and or thing. You got great things coming your way, Leo. You can't take everything and everyone with you to this next phase in life. So you're going to have to be selfish and walk away from some people because they can't go with you. Okay, you got the Rey de Copas. Rey de Copas, King of Cups. And you see this fish right here? You got to be your own leader of discernment as to whether or not this cup is fishy. Okay? Because I don't get a great feeling from it, but you know, that's not for everybody. So you got to be your own leader of discernment as to whether or not it fits in your life. Take it how it fits, okay? Okay, Three of Pentacles. Tres de Oros. Tres de Oros, Three of Pentacles. Because even though your pentacles are coming in, they're coming in slowly. So for me, that says you have to build the foundation, right? You got to make sure you're building a solid foundation for all of your endeavors moving forward so that you know for a fact that they're going to be continuous, right? You want residual and passive income for your future, right? I'm just saying. Soto de Copas, Sota de Copas, Page of Cups. This is a fishy, I mean, the fish is coming out of the cup. So you can see it from there. I don't even have to do a close-up, but I'm going to. Bam. You see that fishy cup? I mean, the fish's head is coming out like, hi. Yeah, I'm here. I'm a fishy-ass cup. Do you want me? Because there's lots of strings attached to this cup. A whole lot of strings. Sota de Copas. Okay? So just know that out the gate. This ex that's trying to come back, this jealous ex that's trying to come back into your life, they're coming. Whoa. Lots of cards just fell. So let's see what the story is on that. Right? The Hermit and the Four of Swords. fell on top of the table, but what fell on the floor. All right, hold on. It's a little tight over here. Okay, the Fool card is reversed. Come here. Come on. El Loco, the Fool. It was reversed. So I'm going to hold that up so you can see what it says. Okay, guys. That one was in reverse. I'm just going to put that one over here. And then we still got two more. Queen of Swords and the Star. Yes. Right, Leo, because we already know you're a star. So that energy is inevitable. But let's start from the beginning here, because this is where we started, okay? So, El Ermitano, the Hermit. You really need to just go within. A little solitude. Fill your cup up. Take care of you. Because you can't do anything for anyone else until you take care of you, boo-boo. Take care of yourself first, Leo. Yes, somebody doesn't want me to get this message out. So you got some haters in the mix. There's some haters watching right now. Mad. Because you're getting a good reading, Leo. They're not happy because they wanted to hear something negative about you. And it's not happening in this reading. You know, that death card, that could be to someone, but that's not going to be to you, you know? But you do have someone that's doing death magic on you. And maybe that's what it is. They're doing death magic. And that's what the whole pop culture influence allows pop culture to dictate or influence reality, creates a distorted view or perception of how the real world operates. They really do think that going out and doing voodoo and hoodoo on someone is the right way to go. You know, instead of just focusing all their attentions on themselves and being the better version of themselves. And, you know, if you put all that energy into rebuilding yourself from the ground up, do your shadow work, do all of the internal work, right? So that you can be the best version, so you can be the change that you want to see in others, instead of going out and finding witch doctors to do witchcraft on people because you're unhappy with yourself and you are deflecting that energy to someone that's doing better than you. And the reality of it is it's not even that they're doing better than you. They're just doing something that you're not doing. They're doing the inner work. They're happier because they're doing the inner work. And they're being blessed because they're learning their lessons faster because they've done the work. Right? So you got to learn from that. They've done the work. If you want to be blessed like them, then go out there and do the work. Stop being so damn lazy. Right? Stop being upset with someone for getting blessings after they learned a lesson, right? Leo worked hard. Leo deserves every blessing that they're getting because they worked their butt off to learn that lesson, right? They were tested over and over. Now they've learned that lesson. They don't have to get boop, boop, popped on top of the head anymore. They learned the lesson, right? So stop making them feel bad because they learned a lesson that you failed to figure out. Right? You get your stuff together and stop trying to blame Leo for your lack of growth, right? If you will, because I feel like that's what's going on. Someone is trying to make Leo feel bad about their growth, basically. You know, Leo's growing, you're not, and you want them to feel bad. Why? Why would they feel bad about that? Why should Leo feel bad? Right? So don't. All right, Four of Swords, Cuatro de Espadas. Cuatro de Espadas. Yeah, because they're wishing you ill will continuously, especially while you're sleeping. In your dreams. They're continuously trying it. I hate that. It's like, really, go get your life. They're scrying. You need to keep a dream journal and do your protection. Make sure you're praying before you go to bed. Okay? Keep a journal next to your bed and write down what you remember from your dream the next day. If you have any questions, ask those questions before you go to bed, right? Do that for 7 to 30 days or for the rest of your life. I mean, it will change your life. You'll get your constant messages from the crossed over loved ones, from your spirit team, from the Most High. And you'll get the answers to your questions. So think about that. And I showed you the full card. It came up, El Loco came up in reverse, right? So you're not walking around with the fool's behavior, right? You're walking around with your eyes wide open. You have faith, but you are not trusting of everyone. You don't trust everyone just to trust them. They got to earn your trust, right? You've learned from that. Everybody doesn't deserve your trust right out the gate, right? So be aware of that, Leo. Reina de Espadas. Reina de Espadas, Queen of Swords. You are in the Queen of Swords energy, but you need to get in that High Priestess, Empress energy. Okay, Leo? That's what energy you need to get in, because everyone knows that you can protect yourself, right? But you are protected. You are protected by the Most High, your crossed over loved ones, all of that. So you need to get into that energy, okay? So that you can be aligned with your manifestations and your blessings that are coming from all of the lessons that you've learned, okay? Because you are the star, La Estrella, La Estrella, the star. It's a need for you to stay balanced, but you are the star and you are connected. You're grounded, but it's a need for you to make sure you stay grounded. Okay? And fill your cup up, because you're going to have a lot of people needing your energy. And these are people that you're going to want to be there for. And in order for you to do so, you're going to have to make sure you're going to have to make sure you're strong enough to be there for other people. So fill your cup up. Make sure you are taking very good care of yourself, because energy drainage is it's way more powerful on the body and hindering on the body. It's more draining, and when someone is pulling at your energy than anything else, period. Like, doing these readings, it pulls on my energy. It's very draining, right? And that's why I said I will do lives, but I won't do personal readings right now, because you have to have a lot of energy to do that. It's very draining on the energy. And if I'm doing personal readings, I wouldn't be able to do a whole lot of those in a day, you know? And like I said, those cost money. Those are not for free, so I want to make sure I'm 100% before I do that, right? But doing these lives, it's not me tapping into one person. I'm tapping into the collective energy, so it doesn't drain me as much, but it is very draining doing the lives, because I got people watching me the whole time I'm on here, you know, doing whatever they're doing in hindsight. Okay. All right, we're about to wrap it up on this deck. So we got Ocho de Espadas, Eight of Swords. Like, wow, you got somebody that really wants you to be deaf, dumb, and blind and just sit there and take all of the abuse that they are sending your way. But even with that energy being sent to you, you are protected. You are protected. The Most High has got you. I'm feeling like you really are already in that Empress High Priestess energy, right? You're in the energy of the sun. Like, you got that star energy, right? But I feel like you also have the energy of the sun, the strength of the lion. So you got the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, Sota de Espadas, Sota de Oros, Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, because your pentacles are coming in, but you got, you know, And you also, I see these um, monitoring spirits on the Page of Swords. Just be careful and be aware. Reina de Oros, Reina de Oros, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and we got Capricorn energy in here. And I feel like somebody's got a voodoo doll on you. Look at this weirdness going on at the bottom there. Like there's a Capricorn doing some black magic against you right there. Look at that. I'll put it really close to the camera so you can see. Can you see that? I'm gonna put it over here so you guys can see. Can you see that? Yeah, that's some extra. That's some serious extra. I feel like somebody really does have a voodoo doll and they're trying to work magic on you, like some serious stuff going on. So just be aware of that energy, because that energy is going down. Okay, it's like I was channeling this song yesterday, but I'm channeling it again today. Young Jock, meet me in the trail. It's going down. Meet me in the club. It's going down. Meet me in the mall. It's going down. Anywhere you meet me, guaranteed to go down. Yeah, I know you guys remember that song, and if you don't, look it up. That's how Young Jock got so very relevant, and that's why we all remember him when he came on Love and Hip Hop, because that song used to hit. I used to love that song. Get into it. All right, let me get these cards back in their box, because they too slippery to just leave out on the table. See, I can't even get them up. They're like, no, I'm not gonna go. I don't know what that was, the drop. Let's see what it is, because it's significant to the reading, since it dropped out again. Where'd it go? And it's hiding from me. Oh, and it's the Page of Cups. It's the Page of Cups. I told you that's a fishy ass cup. I told you. And it fell back out to remind you, yes, that cup is fishy. It's going to come with all kind of strings attached. Okay? All kind of strings will be attached to this cup. Don't accept that cup. Don't you do it. Don't you accept this cup from this ugly ex. You better walk away from this ex. This is that roller coaster dude that comes in and out of your life, and every time he comes into your life, he wreaks havoc and leaves you there to try to figure it out. Heartbroken. Right? Stop doing that to yourself. Stop letting this person, stop letting them do it to you, baby boy. Just stop. You deserve better. Okay? You deserve much better than what they got for you. Okay? Okay. What we gonna do? Let's go to the hater deck and see what they talking about. What's the vibe, baby? What's the vibe? What is the vibe? What is it? Antisocial, and you're feeling silent treatment, left out. Oh, down, your baby feeling left out. Well, when you're on a roller coaster ride from hell, you have to walk away at some point. Sounds like that's what you were on, and now they're like, let me back in so I can drag you back down to hell with me. And you're like, no, that's all right. I'm good. All right, I don't know. I got caught up there. Sorry. Wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu, nostalgia. They want a second chance with you, babe. Nope. 2:11 on the clock. Central Standard Time. Absolutely not. You're not getting a second chance to rock my world into a horrible place. But they're puzzled now. Confused, perplexed, conflicted. Why? Why? Why won't you let me come back and destroy your life? Why? I don't understand. Why? Let me back in. I need it. And I need to drive you insane. I need your energy. No, I'm good. I'm not giving you my energy. You're losing your stuff, okay? No. Boundaries. Keep them nice and tight. I'm telling you, you're going to love your life after you realize what keeping your boundaries up does for you. It really does everything. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, let me get a little closer. Get a little closer with air and extra dry. Okay, old commercials, old advertising. Old advertising. That's significant to this reading, guys. Old advertising. Somebody's advertising something to you that you don't need. Period. You don't need it. But they're advertising it to you like you do. And you're like, but first of all, they're advertising you something that is yours. But you don't use it anymore. But they're advertising it to you like they can sell it to you. But it's already yours. It's like that car that you got in the driveway that you don't really use anymore. They're trying to sell you that. And you're like, you do know that's my car, right? You're joking, right? You gotta be joking. There's no way you can be serious right now. You gotta be joking. Are you joking? I feel like that's where you are right now. You're like, you gotta be joking. There's no way you can seriously think you're gonna sell me my car. That's like going on someone's car lot and trying to sell them their own car. Anyway. Boundaries. Disrespectful. Enough is enough. Defend yourself. Put your boundaries up. That's part of self-care and loving on you, baby boo. Right? Make sure you're keeping those boundaries nice and firm, because people are going to try their hardest to push those boundaries until they're no longer there. You got a glow up coming, baby. New opportunities, new careers, successful business, and a family. Blood ties, inner circle. You're about to create your own family. That's a part of your glow up. And that bitter ex is upset. They don't want to see you moving on to true love, real love. Hey, hey, I'm searching for real love. Someone to set my heart free, real love. I'm searching for a real love. You got to have a real love. That's what you've been wanting all this time. That's all you wanted, was somebody to truly love you. And they didn't truly love you. They don't even love themselves. They don't even know how to love, right? I feel like there's a hair. I don't know how I have hairs this long coming out of my locks. I don't get it. It baffles me. I've had my locks up for like 4.5 years, I think. No, 5? Is this my 5th year? I'm not even sure. I don't even know, guys. I don't even know no more. Oh, hold up. Blocked. Moved on. Nothing to say. Stop calling. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. So I can tell you what's going on. I can tell you exactly what happened. Ooh. Oh, man. Okay. Damn. Okay, so this is what it is. Okay, I'll put these over here. This one over here. That goes with that. That goes with that. All right. So you got somebody in your life that you cut ties with because they were two-faced and envious of you. The cutting ties, freedom, standing up, awaken. You know, you put the goggles on, basically. You wound up with the goggles on, so you were seeing people clearly. Their mask was falling off. The veil was lifted. Two-faced, double life, cheater, backstabber. That's that person that was coming in and out of your life, that ex, that bitter ex, that's upset that you won't let them come back and do this to you again. Because that's all they want to do. They're not trying to come back and be better. They haven't learned their lesson. They just want to come back and wreak havoc in your life. So, boop, boop, absolutely not. Keep it moving. I mean, be your own leader of discernment. If you want that life, if you're about that life, you go right ahead. If you want to cry about it continuously, Leo, you go ahead and let them back in, because that's all they're going to give you is tears. They're not going to give you real love. No, that's going to come from the soulmate that's waiting for you to walk away from this person completely. So most of you have. Most of you have blocked this person already, right? But some of you haven't, and you need to, because if you don't, they're going to wreak havoc in your life. Envy, resentful, competitive, discontent. If you let them back in your life, they're going to be the one competing with you. The one that's envious of you. The one that's messing up your YouTube page, you know, calling in, reporting your videos. You're wondering why your stuff is being deleted, you know, and you're like, wait a minute, that wasn't a green screen or a collab. That was my video. I created that video. What are you talking about? The original creator. I'm the original creator. That wasn't a green screen. What are you doing? What are you talking about? People will do that. They'll report your videos and say that you're faking like you're somebody else when that's you. How are you going to report me for not being me? Make that make sense. Who's doing that? Who is doing that? Who's going through all of that? Get a life. You are so pathetic, right? And that's when you need to start saying stuff like, I rebuke you in the name of the Most High, demon. Right? I rebuke you in the name of the Most High. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, you know? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Because they will keep trying it. They will keep trying it over and over again. And it's a sad situation. Blocked. Moved on. Nothing to say. Stop calling. Like I said, some of you have already blocked. I can't make this up. Some of you have already blocked them. Some of you need to block them. You need to cut ties completely. Do a cord cutting ceremony. Do a release ritual. Do both. But release this person, this ex, from your life completely so that you can get to this real love. This soulmate, this twin flame, friendship, romantic partner, this good stuff, this real love, that stuff you've been praying and searching for. It's waiting for you. It's right there. It's not even around the corner. It's already there. It's just sitting there waiting on you to walk away from Ugmo. Ugmo cannot be a part of this. You can't be friends with Ugmo while you move on to this next person. You just can't do it. You got to let Ugmo go and move on completely. Snip, snip, baby. Cut that tie. Got to go, baby. Harmony and balance, peace and happiness will be restored into your life as soon as you do so. And that soulmate will be right there to give you that real love, baby. Get into it. That you've been searching for, right? It's right there waiting for you. Harmony, peace, love, happiness. Love and happiness. Hey. Yes, baby. Feminine energy, gentleness, nurturing, mothering. Someone is about to have a baby. Some of you are about to make a baby. Some of you are about to have a baby. Some of you are pregnant with new ideas, but you are fertile right now. Okay, Leo? So get into it, babe. Sipping, rumors, gossip, nosy. You got somebody from your past. Not just that ex. It's somebody else, too. That's just miserable. You living rent-free in their head. Oh, they sad. They sipping tea, gossiping about you all day long. They might be doing a little freaky-deaky to your pictures. You know, that nastiness. That incubus, succubus. Riding them like a cowboy or a cowgirl. Vacay, get away, relax, have fun. That's what you need to do with your new boo. Have a vacation. And just get away from all the drama and monotony, because that's all it is drama. They're trying to stop your happiness. Don't let them. Don't give them the power. longing, missing you, let's talk, reunion. No. 2:22 on the clock at Central Standard Time, as I said that. Absolutely not. You get no second chance. Right? You can miss me all day long and I'll forgive you, but you're not coming back to wreak havoc in my life. No, thank you. I love my happiness and I love my peace way too much to give you another chance. I love myself, okay? I love myself. I love myself. I love myself, baby boo. Suffering in silence, unspoken desires, real feelings, broken dreams. Oh, too bad. I pray for your healing. I pray for your healing, but you won't be coming back here, baby. I'm sorry, but no. What did I tell you? You need to charge, you need to recharge, breathe, let go, clear your mind. You need to fill that cup up, baby boo. Let it go, let it go, let it flow. 'Cause everything's gonna work out right, you know. Yes. And the boundaries came back. Disrespectful, enough is enough. Defend yourself. So make sure you're setting those boundaries and sticking to them. Don't let anybody push your boundaries. That is a red flag if I've never seen one. Okay? So don't let them do it to you. You be your own leader of discernment. You be the controller of your destiny. Don't let anyone else come in and try to control your destiny. It's your destiny. Okay? What are we doing here? Foresight. Be farsighted. Pay attention to things that are important to ensure wealth. So, and what's on the bottom here? Guardian angel. Trust your guardian angel. Some higher power protects you from difficulties and misfortunes, Leo. I already said that, but boop, boop, can't lie. Okay, I'm not. It's coming out in the cards. Everything that I've already said, it's already coming out in the cards, and it's just giving you the confirmation that you need, right? To let you know, this is you're exactly where you need to be. Most of you, and some of you are just you're lining up to it, right? Money matters and sweet success on the bottom. Wow, and star power came back up with fast changes and flexibility. OMG. I love it. Money matters. Invest your money wisely, expense save, cut costs, resource plan ahead, make an informed choice, right? So be intentional about what you're doing with your money and your investments, right? So you're living for today and planning for tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow's not promised. You got to make sure today is covered and work for tomorrow. Work on tomorrow, but make sure today is taken care of. Sweet success. Get what you want. It is not difficult to get everything you want and enjoy it. So get into it, yeah. The sweet success of it all. You've got this, Leo. Nobody can tell you any different. And if they try, don't you dare listen, right? Because you got sweet success coming your way. Star power. Step into the spotlight. Become an influencer of the company and earn fame. Popularity. I told you were a star. You get money, you a star. Star. Kira. Watashi wa star. Get into it. Because that's what I've been trying to tell you guys. You got gifts. Unique and powerful gifts that the Most High trusted you with. So you got to hone in on those gifts and cultivate them so that you're doing exactly what you need to do, what you came here for, what your sole purpose is, right? Fast changes. Take bold steps forward. Things happen suddenly in a short period and a hurry, right? It's happening in a hurry because you've been stagnant lately. You've been sitting around trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. Once you started doing that inner work, everything started happening pretty fast, right? So keep doing that inner work. It'll continue to happen fast, but be ready and be flexible, right? Because life changes at the drop of a hat. As soon as you learn that lesson, here's the blessing, and now you're about to ascend. So be ready to elevate yourself, right? And align yourself the next stage in life because you're ascending, right? It's a great thing. Flexibility. Be flexible in your methods. Adapt slowly by using versatility, compromise, adaptation, change, etc. Right? So be versatile. Be ready for the change of life because that's just growth. That's just growth. And it's a part of ascension, right? All right, guys, I'm just going to pull a few more cards and I'm going to go ahead and end this with Leo, and I'll come back maybe into Aquarius today. I don't know, guys, you know, if I'm going to do it or not. I don't know. Surprise was behind all of that other stuff, and it came back around, so it's supposed to be talked about. Be ready for change. I've already told you that, but this is the confirmation. An unexpected turn can bring positive change. So you got something really positive that's about to happen, but it's going to be a huge surprise to you, right? But be ready. Be ready for whatever change is coming because it's a part of your growth. All right, Leo? And money tree, enjoy your wealth. Dreams come true. You will get what you want. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's what I said. But you will. You'll get what you want. But this says you will get what you have long desired. Okay, so what you want, what you've long desired is coming to fruition, babe. You're not going to have to worry about it. Don't you worry about a thing, my love. Because it's coming. Everything you want is coming for you, my love. Closed doors, start all over, no good job opportunities, the current job is coming to an end. So I feel like that's a part of it. You're not supposed to work for anyone. Those doors are closing for you for a reason so that you can go and take that leap of faith and start your own business, right? You're not supposed to be working for anybody, so stop doing it. Perfect fit. You're meant to be here, finding the right path, the fit with the soul, the ideal job. Not just a job that pays okay. You go for what you really want, Leo, because you're gonna freaking get it. You deserve it, you're a perfect fit for it, and you're gonna get it. So go for it. Take that leap of faith. What's that? It just came off. Transformation. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Change is the natural order of things. Change. Change. Hold on. Change is coming. Yeah. Hold on, baby. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about nothing. Because change is growth, right? Transformation is a part of life, right? So get into it. That just came out while I was trying to close the box. So get into it, yeah? Understand your place in this world, right? You got powers, you got gifts, and you're not tapping into them, and you need to. Okay? This isn't really letting me. Okay. At the bottom, we got 10 of Gabriel. Ask your angels for helpful people to enlighten your load. Oh, no, not enlighten. So you do need to ask for the Most High to surround you with people that will enlighten you so that you are around people that are already in the business that you're trying to get into so they can enlighten you and assist you with the growth and change and knowledge that you need to ascend to that next stage, right? That's what you need to be asking for. But this says, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. So it's time for you to stop working so hard. It's time for you to work smarter, not harder. Okay, Leo? So get into it. Work smarter, not harder. 8 of Michael. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. So you need to be praying for wisdom, guidance, discernment, and clarity. That's what I'm getting from that. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys. Join the tribe. Okay, Ace of Michael, a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. So do your shadow work, okay? And don't worry about those doors that are closed to you. Those are not obstacles. That rejection is protection. You're not supposed to go through that door. That one is not for you, okay? Go through the one that's for you, the one that has your name on it and bright shining lights, okay? Let's get these cards shuffled. Okay, jump right out, babe. Ow, my toe. It doesn't like me right now. Ace of Raphael, a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. Because you're asking to be surrounded by great people, people that are aligned with your next stage in life, right? And that's a beautiful thing. You stay in that energy, and if you sit in that energy and stay there, you'll manifest your every desire. I promise you. I promise you. It's your energy, your thoughts, and your words that cultivate your current reality. Okay? 9 of Michael. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. I can't make this up. I literally just said that. Right? Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. You have to be intentional about your thoughts and your words, because you're cultivating your current reality with that. So make sure you're being very intentional about what you're thinking and what you're saying, okay? You're literally creating your current reality with your words and your thoughts. So let's keep it positive, let's vibrate high, and let's make sure our frequency is always positive. Seven of Michael. There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. So as much as you don't trust people, you need to pray to the Most High and ask Him to open your eyes to who, that's part of that discernment, who, 2:34 on the clock, Central Standard Time, who you should be working with. So that means it's 12:34 on the West Coast, Pacific Standard Time. So that's a new beginning, Leo. You are about to embark on a new beginning. So just prepare yourself, fill your cup up and prepare yourself for this new beginning that you got coming. That's sitting right there. Just go ahead and start cutting ties and release all the people, places, and things that no longer serve your higher purpose, and watch how all of the floodgates come opening up for what is for you. Everything that's for you is just going to come jumping out, okay? I'm going to let you go. With that, I'm going to bid you adieu, Leo, because I am exhausted and I don't think I have the energy to do Aquarius right now. I might do it today later, but like I said, guys, I'm not going to commit to that. I will definitely try to come back tomorrow if I can't come back today. So I love you guys. If you can get out into nature, if weather permits, get out into nature and ground yourself. Love on yourselves and each other, okay?